What's going on, YouTube? So we're out here today because literally 3 weeks ago one of my friends said, give us a tour of the new setup. And then today I was going through my analytics, which are all doo-doo, but I was going through my analytics and I was like, absolutely, just let me clean everything up. And then I noticed, well, that was 3 weeks ago. So anyway, today is the day of which I am releasing the new setup. As I'm sure you all remember, it used to be on a wire rack with cardboard around it and looked kind of meh. Aside from the enclosures, all those were pretty much as on point as you can get them. But anyway, here I am in all my glory, gonna show you my new setup. It's a little bit cluttered because my apartment is tiny. I wish I had a black backdrop so like you couldn't see the things I'm trying to hide, just like there you go. But anyway, so first things first, I'm the realist, but I got a new light set up for my spiders. Boom. Look at that. It's pretty nifty. You can make it do stuff, and that's pretty cool. Right? That is pretty cool. I'm in the middle of rehousings and waiting for people to be rehoused. Waiting for some spiders to be rehoused. But I'll take you in a little closer as good as I can here. And over here we have my Tina, Avik. We used to think it was a Morph 1, turns out it was just an adolescent. You can't see her, but she's right here. You know, I don't know how good the front camera is here. And then here we have my Carabiner Versicolor. Looks like it's in need of a snack. It's been building up a web tunnel since it's been in its new enclosure. Got them nice, tall, and deep enclosures so I could fit more. They should be able to be in there for like a year or two. Then over here we got the Pokey Tigger Willesi. Just ate a big dubia last night, so she's looking good and healthy. And here we have Picoleteria Metallica. My first one, I got it for my birthday. It completed my set, and I love it. It's hiding back behind its tunnel because it doesn't like anything. And over here we have my first Avik, first arboreal. Her name is Lady, and she's about full grown. She just molted, she's topping out, just under 6 inches, 5.5 probably. Moving right along. Down here we have my Avik Pooperia, or purple pink toe. As you can see, heavy Weber. See if I could turn it around and show you the spider. Maybe you can see it right here. Maybe you can't. Maybe the camera's not centered. I don't know. Turn that back around where they like to be. In here we got a Chromatopelma Cyanopubescens, or green bottle blue. Very spry little thing. Holy crap, that lid wasn't closed. Good thing it didn't test its luck. And then we have my G. Kiraguai, my very first one. Her name is Robin Casey Samuel. Absolutely refusing to molt. She is back there. I don't know if you can see that, but that's where it is. On top, I have a G. Kiraguai acquired from a buddy of mine. He couldn't handle his collection, so he handed it over to me, and I do not mind. And in here, I have a T. albopalossum, formerly known as Brachypelma albopalossum. I now no longer have any Brachypelma species. I desperately want one, but its name is Houdini because this is the only tarantula I've had escape, because I got drunk one night and I left the container open just so, and it decided that was an excellent time to make a break for it. So now I make sure these are sealed, and normally I leave something on top of Houdini. In here we have another Picoleteria Metallica. Probably can't see it. You might be able to see it. Again, I don't even know where the frame is right now. Boop. Also kind of in need of a rehouse. I have a next size up AMAC box for this one and this one. Anyway, moving down to Vittoria, my T. albopalossum, my largest one. You may or may not be able to see her in there. There she is. She's right down there. And again, I don't know how well that's coming through on the camera because I can't switch between front and rear camera. And then in here, I have my OBT, or P. marinus, right? Yeah. Peter Rhinoculus marinus. OBT, orange bitey thing, however you want to say it. I purposely put her in a very large enclosure so I never have to rehouse. She's built a nice tunnel, doing plenty of web, keep it relatively dry in there, feed her once a month, or twice a month if she's lucky. But I see her more often now with the new setup. And a flip. So later when I'm reviewing footage, I'll know how good that all came out. But yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. I also have my green bottle blue up here in an upgraded enclosure from the shoebox that you saw the Grammostola Uruguay in. It's just the next size up because it's coming in right around 2.5, almost 3 inches now. So it needs more room as a terrestrial. And my other Cyaneo pubescens is actually displaying a want to build its web higher versus lower. So I may put that one in an enclosure that's a little taller. Because it's showing me it likes to be a little higher off the ground, whereas this one has never cared about a taller enclosure, so I've never had it in a taller enclosure. It always builds its web just around the rim, never on the lid. So that's nice, right? Whew, hair looking a little crazy today. Is what it is. Also, we have moved the birds, and I built them this shelf. Well, I didn't really build it. I took the shelf off the bottom of a coffee table and strung it up with some chain and wire so they can't chew through it, but rubber coated so they don't hurt their beaks. And this is where their jungle gym is now. We put millet and stuff up there. They hang out there during the day. You got nice toys and all that kind of stuff for them. Anyway, moving right along, down here we got the bearded dragon. Her name is Mugwort. We got her at an expo. She was the smallest one there and only $31. She's looking at me like, you have dubia? You have leaf? I don't have dubia or leaf. I'm sorry. Stop yelling at me in front of my viewers, okay? I mean, honestly, you're judging me with your eyes, and I'm not a fan. I'm gonna give you a bath today, just because you're being that way. And then here we have where the 3 birds now live, strung from the ceiling still to avoid the cats. I don't want to be in front of them too long. They get nervous. I'm not allowed to touch or interact with them, and it makes me sad. And here's my lovely nail polish display. Just kidding, that's my partner's. That's not even all of it. There is a lot more of it. A lot more of it. And it's getting a little ridiculous. I don't mind though, because so am I. And then down here, I have a communal and a 30-gallon setup with a 24-hour, about 80-degree under the tank heater for leopard geckos. All 3 are sisters since hatched. And they've lived together their entire lives. Everybody has their toes and their born tail. What that means is they haven't dropped their tail out of stress or getting in a bind or attacking each other. They all not molt, used to spiders. They all shed fairly regularly, which is great. Either that means growth or they're eating properly or something. And I don't see stuck shed on them often. And when I do, as much as they don't like it, they do get a soak. And then here is my Blaptica dubia colony. I have them in here, a nice tall container. It's a sterilite so they can't chew through it. Plenty of vent up top, and the humidity stays meh. They'll eat 2 carrots in 3 days, like full-size carrots. It's nuts. I like to just sit and watch them eat. Yes, it's weird. I don't care. All right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Nothing. Anyway, and then over here let me cut this. I'm messing with my light balance. Then over here, I have a bioactive 10-gallon tank. It has different inch plants and pothos, even some millet sprouts, just because I dropped the seeds in there to see what would happen. But funny story about this, I dropped a dubia in here like probably like 8 months ago. A little baby, right? It is a full-grown female dubia now, and I've never put food in there for it. I don't know how it did it, but it loves it in there apparently. And so that's pretty cool. Anyway, this is also the new plant setup. Let me get a wide angle on it. This is my new plant. Oh, litter box. Gross. That's my new plant setup. It has all my plants. You can inquire on each plant below. I don't know what some of them are called, but I know I have a lot of inch plants, formerly known as Wandering Jew. We don't say that anymore. Right here is a bromeliad. Big, beautiful bromeliad. It's probably about 15 inches tall. I have some English ivy. Golden variegated pothos. Right here is a bird of paradise plant. Gets up to 15 feet tall and produces a flower that looks like a hummingbird or a bird of paradise. So that's pretty cool. Aloe, obviously gotta have it. In the back here I have what's called a China doll. You can barely see it. That's going to become a tree eventually. I'm going to try to do a bonsai thing with it. I tried before, it didn't like it. And then here I have what's called a red star, which is a lot redder now that I have this LED grow light, as well as these other two LEDs. You can't really see the second one. And that's what that there is. And more inch plants, purple fuzzy inch plant. This is some type of succulent, don't know what. Here's some green onion that we were growing. It's meh. It's kind of working. But anyway, that's kind of the setup. Little 10-minute video for you guys, something to look at. If you have any other questions, you know, let me know. Feel free to come by anytime. But for now, just, you know, get out. Get out of my house. Get out of my house. Go on.